Hello and welcome to the viewers of this video. This is the Orange Fan here, bringing you another entry for the episode Recap and Thoughts category. This video will be dedicated to the Funimation dub of episode 75 of Dragonball Super. We begin this episode with Goku training by plowing the fields with energy blasts because he has no one to train with right now. Chi-Chi, Gohan, and Goten are also in the field right now, and Chi-Chi and Goten are informing Gohan about how Goku has no one to train with. They also answer Gohan's questions regarding other potential sparring partners. So, Whis is off attending a summit among the divine entities of the multiverse. Vegeta just glared, and Piccolo is running an errand with Dende. So, Goten and Chi-Chi were hoping that Gohan could spar with Goku. And Gohan agrees to do so eventually, but he decides to spar with Goku in the persona of the Great Saiyaman. And Gohan really gets into character as the Great Saiyaman when he offers to spar with Goku. Goku is happy to spar, but he doesn't play along with Gohan's act as the Great Saiyaman. And Goten comments, like in the hit two-parter, he comments that he doesn't find the Great Saiyaman costume cool anymore. And when Chi-Chi points out Goten thinking the Great Saiyaman movie was great, Goten responds that he only thinks the Great Saiyaman costume is cool on the big screen now. He thinks in real life the Great Saiyaman costume is lame. So that explains his different reactions between the hit two-parter and the Great Saiyaman movie two-parter. But as far as the training session goes, Goku and Gohan are very immersed with their training that they eventually power up to Super Saiyan, and they end up causing a lot of collateral damage to the field, which Chi-Chi is not happy about. Later on, after returning home, Goten suggests that Goku spar with Krillin, and Goku likes this suggestion a lot. He's all too happy to quickly fly off and find Krillin. And Goku eventually finds Krillin and two other police officers trying to take care of some robbers. And Goku ends up helping the police officers out by disposing of the robbers' weapons. So the two other police officers handcuff the robbers, and they thank the civilian Goku for his help. And oh, that's right, but before Goku had arrived at the scene, Krillin's arm was grazed by a bullet when he was helping one of his fellow police officers out. But now that Goku had arrived and helped to take care of the robbers, Goku makes his request to Krillin to help him spar. So the two end up continuing their conversation at the home of Krillin, Android 18, and Marron. And Krillin declines Goku's request, saying that he's put his fighting days behind him now. And Goku points out, though, that during the Golden Frieza saga, Krillin was willing to fight against Frieza and his army when Frieza had returned for revenge. But Krillin justifies that as being an exception because the fate of Earth was on the line during that particular incident. But Krillin eventually changes his mind and accepts Goku's request when Android 18 gives some rather harsh criticism about Krillin. Android 18 describes Krillin as being timid right now and licking his wounds, in her words, about the incident with the robbers, saying that that isn't the Krillin that she married. And Marron also says that she wants a strong dad. So, after hearing what Android 18 and Marron have to say, Krillin accepts Goku's request. So they briefly spar outside in the yard, and this brings them back down memory lane regarding their training under Master Roshi when they were preparing for their the first tournament that they were going to participate in. And this leads to Goku and Krillin deciding that maybe they should have Master Roshi train them like the old days. And Android 18 says that it's fine with hers, and she just requests that Krillin be safe. So the next day rolls around. Krillin is now wearing his gi with the Turtle School. His Turtle School gi. Yes, Krillin is wearing his Turtle School gi now, and he and Goku are flying off to Master Roshi's island. So when they arrive, they both make their request to Master Roshi that he train them again, like back when Goku and Krillin were kids. Krillin even offers Master Roshi certain magazines, we'll say, which, as Goku points out, is a reference to when Krillin first appeared in the franchise during classic Dragon Ball's tournament sub-saga. Yeah, that's how, Krillin had offered certain magazines to Master Roshi when he requested to be trained by him originally, so this is a callback to that particular moment. But Master Roshi responds to Goku that, Master Roshi in his words says that he doesn't think he can offer Goku what he's looking for because Goku has unlocked divine energy now. And so Master Roshi thinks that Goku is beyond what any mortal is beyond the teachings of any mortal. Krillin, however, Krillin spins it in a way of saying that Master Roshi could train Krillin so Krillin can be a better sparring partner for Goku, so that both Goku and Krillin can get what they're looking for by this training, because Krillin wants to improve not just to be a better sparring partner for Goku, but to also be a better father and a better police officer. And Master Roshi decides he'll go along with this. So Master Roshi's first training exercise is to have Goku and Krillin spar, but he has Goku wear a weighted turtle costume to act as a handicap, to handicap Goku. Although it doesn't really seem to handicap Goku very significantly, if at all. So then it's nighttime, and Goku's asleep right now. Goku and Krillin are staying at Master Roshi's house to continue their training for the next day. So Goku is asleep right now, and Krillin is outside thinking to himself, and Master Roshi decides to talk to Krillin a little bit. Master Roshi says he can tell that Krillin is feeling lost right now. Yeah, Master Roshi describes it along the lines of Krillin isn't happy with his strength right now, and he wants to improve his strength, but he's not sure how to approach improving that strength, which adds to Krillin being lost. So that's along the lines of Roshi's talk with Krillin. So the next day rolls around, and Master Roshi has a new training exercise for Goku and Krillin. He actually says it's a race to acquire Master Roshi describes it as a race to acquire, in his words, a rare medicinal herb. And Master Roshi says that this particular herb is to help boost Master Roshi's strength because of his age. So Master Roshi shows them a sample of the herb that he wants them to find, and he says it's called the Paradise Herb. And he says the Paradise Herb grows in the deepest, darkest parts of a forest that's located on a very specific island. So he wants them to, it's a race. He wants them to race to this island, race to the forest in this island, find the Paradise Herb, and return it to Master Roshi. And at first, Master Roshi promises them the prize of his magazine collection, but when Goku and Krillin make it clear they have no interest in that particular prize, Master Roshi changes the prize to being a secret technique. Yes, Master Roshi describes a secret technique that will help boost an individual's fighting energy. And this prize actually catches Goku and Krillin's attention. So with that settled, Goku and Krillin fly off to this particular island. And when they arrive at the island, they're actually greeted by a familiar face, Master Roshi's older sister, fortune teller Baba. Baba explains that Roshi requested her to monitor the rest of the race through her crystal ball, and she's giving Goku and Krillin a heads up about this. And she also tells them that the forest that they're looking for on the island is deeper within the confines of the island. So after that brief meeting or reunion, Goku and Krillin race through the island, and eventually they come across what looks like, it looks like a cave, but it's shaped like a demon's head. And when they enter this cave, it actually is, this cave is actually an entranceway into the deep, dark forest that Master Roshi described, where the Paradise Herb is supposed to be located. And yeah, both Goku and Krillin comment that this forest is definitely unsettling, to say the least. And then suddenly they're greeted by familiar but unfriendly faces. Past enemies suddenly appear within this forest. The enemies that appear are King Piccolo, Piccolo Sr., Piccolo's father, in other words, Tambourine, one of King Piccolo's sons, and Tambourine was also the one responsible for Krillin's first passing. Other enemies include Nappa, Vegeta wearing his Saiyan Saga costume or his Saiyan Saga armor, the Ginyu Force, Frieza, Cell, and Super Buu. So we end the episode with Goku and Krillin face to face with these familiar but unfriendly faces. So this is part one of another two-parter. This happens to be the last two-parter of the breather episodes before the fifth saga of Dragon Ball Super. So we're getting closer to returning to the main storyline. But first we have one more part of this two-parter to go. But with regards to part one, this definitely brought back a lot of memories for the classic Dragon Ball series, the series that preceded Dragon Ball Z. And yes, in Japan, the manga, if you will, of the franchise was just called Dragon Ball all the way through. But yeah, I'm sure many fans know what other fans mean when they describe Dragon Ball Z as being a shorthand for the Saiyan Saga to the Buu Saga. But yeah, like that, some fans might say that's splitting hairs, but that's a different can of worms altogether. But you know what I mean, I'm sure. So anyway, back during when Goku and Krillin were kids, we'll say that, yes. So yes, this is reminiscent of the times when Goku and Krillin were training together as kids under Master Roshi. And yeah, it was nice to have Goku and Krillin training together again, because Krillin is considered Goku's best friend. So it is nice to see Goku bonding with his best friend again. And we did get to see their respective families as well. Chi-Chi, Gohan, and Goten showed up at the beginning of the episode, and Android 18 and Marron also showed up early on in the episode before Goku and Krillin decided to go train under Master Roshi again. And as for Krillin, I could definitely understand Krillin's predicament about wanting to go about accomplishing a goal, but not knowing how to approach that. I can definitely sympathize with Krillin in that regard, where there are things in life where you know you want to do something, but you don't know how to go about it. And it can be very frustrating when you don't know what method is the right course of action to take regarding reaching those goals. So yeah, Krillin was very relatable for me in particular, and I'm sure others may find Krillin relatable as well in this episode. And that's right, yes, fortune teller Baba made her return. This is her first appearance in Dragon Ball Super, so yeah, it was definitely a surprise to me seeing Baba make a return, because yeah, she hadn't appeared in Dragon Ball Super beforehand. The last time she appeared was in Dragon Ball Z during the Buu saga. So, but it was still nice to see Baba make a return. And I did like how they did referenced the fact that Roshi and Baba are actually siblings. So I could definitely understand that Baba would be involved in, Roshi would request Baba's help with a training exercise that he's giving to his pupil. So it was a nice return for Baba. And yes, the ending with all those past villains returning, considering certain villains are present when they really shouldn't be, like Super Buu, for example, because of the situation regarding Oob. Yeah, so it's pretty. Oh yeah, and Vegeta too, because Vegeta already is because Vegeta has redeemed himself by this point, and yeah, so yeah, it's pretty safe to say that the villains appearing at the end of the episode are illusions and not the real version of the villains that they fought before. It's just a question of how exactly are these illusions being created. It's implied that the forest is responsible for this, but part 2 will go into greater detail about that, so we'll cross that bridge when we eventually get to it. But I was definitely surprised that they brought Tambourine back. Yes, one of Piccolo Sr.'s sons and the one responsible for Krillin's first death on top of that. And I guess I was surprised because, yeah, besides Piccolo Jr., the Piccolo most fans are familiar with, Piccolo Sr.'s other sons aren't really referenced as much as Piccolo Jr. is. And I think part of that is because, you could say Piccolo Sr.'s sons, besides Piccolo Jr., kind of do represent the early installment weirdness regarding Piccolo's family, because originally Piccolo Sr. was described as being a demon king, but that was, of course, before Akira Toriyama eventually decided on having Piccolo be an alien, and Piccolo Sr. ended up being the personified evil of a Namekian in physical form. Although, the way demons are described in the Dragon Ball franchise, some might argue he could still count as a demon, but also a Namekian and an alien. That might be a topic for another day, actually. But yes, essentially the main point, though, is that Akira Toriyama hadn't thought of the idea of Piccolo or his family being aliens when he first created King Piccolo. Though these days, most fans describe Piccolo Sr.'s other sons not looking like Namekians, or most fans explain it as, or they justify it or rationalize it as Piccolo Sr.'s other sons being mutant Namekians that were corrupted by King Piccolo's evil. That's that seems to be the common fan explanation for why Piccolo Jr.'s brothers, Piccolo Sr.'s other sons don't look like Namekians, or how we usually see Namekians look. But anyway, yeah, so I thought this was a good start for I guess we'll call it the Paradise Herb 2-parter. We'll call it that for simplicity's sake. So I thought part 1 of the Paradise Herb 2-parter was off to a good start, and I do look forward to seeing part 2 of the 2-parter. Oh, and I guess while I'm thinking about it, I kind of was actually curious about seeing that Divine Summit that Whis was talking about. Even if it was just a quick look at it, I would have liked to have seen that Divine Summit. But don't worry, we will eventually meet the other Supreme Kais and the other Destroyers and the other Angel Assistants. I don't want to give too much away for those who are dub-only viewers, but we will meet them eventually. But otherwise, yes, I believe that's it for now. So next episode will be part 2 of the Paradise Herb 2-parter, and afterwards we'll finally get to the 5th saga of Dragon Ball Super. But for now, there we go. As of this video, we've now discussed episode 75 of Dragon Ball Super as dubbed by Funimation on this channel. Take care, and until next time.